And that's a first class ticket to a lonely grave where the sins of my past are calling my name. And I'll have to answer to every damn one.
Hello and welcome everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood military rider. Sorry I haven't had really time to do this over my weekends. I've been a little busy, but it is 4th of July weekend. Happy birthday, America. And I'm gonna go try and get me a water bottle because I've been doing a whole lot of work out in the middle of nowhere and I'm tired of buying the big water jugs from the store. I'd rather just carry one that I can reuse and just keep filling it. So I'm gonna go see if I can find like a good Nalgene or something at Marshall's. That's where I was told I could find them. But today, sorry, I know I keep adjusting my camera. It doesn't look even in my view. It looks like it's facing right and it's crooked. I need to get a balance for this thing. But anyways, a couple cool things happened since last time. First and foremost, I have a Mustang seat. These people are gonna look at me weird because I'm gonna look down at my genitals. Mustang, yeah buddy. So I got a Mustang seat, and I tell you right now, I spent $480 on this seat. It was brand new. There was a company, I can't remember the name of the company, that sells Mustang seats. Because I wanted to go through a company that like had my motorcycle that could be selected. And I bought this one and put it on, and I was like, well, we'll see how she does. It feels like my kibbles and bits are resting on a silk bag full of puppy ears. It is pretty freaking wonderful. So, you know, what are we going to talk about today? You've covered a whole bunch of stuff. Well, there's always new things to cover on a motorcycle. Like now, oh, that tar was a little loose. I felt that underneath the ass end. Anyways, I got to get some go-go juice. But I want to talk about hot weather riding. What I'm doing right now. It's, I mean, shot in the dark, I'd say it's right around 100 degrees outside right now, so it's a little warm. There are tricks and tips to keep you cool in environments like this. Obviously, first and foremost, you know, me being in the military, I have to make sure I wear long sleeves, but this thing is like, ooh, I shut my bike off accidentally with my finger as I was showing off. But anyways, so I wear something thin and permeable. I still wear my vest. My vest will, you know, save me during the slide. There's a couple different things you could do. I've seen a lot of bikers get the turban wraps, I guess you could call them, little Haji wraps. And Haji is not a racial slur. Let's be clear. Haji is a Middle Eastern male who has completed his pilgrimage to Mecca. He will from then on introduce himself as Haji so-and-so. So anyone who thinks Haji's a racial slur is a fucking idiot. But anyways, so little Haji wrap, and they soak them in water and they wear them, and those do the trick for quite some time. Obviously wearing kind of loose, breathable clothing is another big thing. Like I need to get me some chaps for wintertime, but chaps right now, while they would protect me, they would also make my legs sweat. You stay there. So, here we go. Whew. I tell you right now, guys, it is a little toasty out here. She shouldn't be very thirsty. Come on, glub glub. That man's leg is not real. They're 940. 1.7 gallons in 40 miles. You know, someday I'll have one of them injected bikes like a lot of you young punks. Oh, my bike gets 100 to the gallon. Well, my bike gets me laid. Just kidding. The missus hates this damn thing. Well, she doesn't hate it. But, she doesn't understand my infatuation with it. Alright. Back to staying cool. under pressure. And by pressure, I mean the American Southwest sun. So, I'm gonna get on the highway here soon. Oh, why is this bike acting so funny? It's acting weird. Like it's feeling real loose underneath the ass end. I don't know why. So, staying cool in a hot environment. Well, there's a couple different things you could do. Like I mentioned before, the wrap, you know, my full face helmet that I wear here has vents in the top of it that keep the top of my head cool. I also have a shaved head, so there's that. Loose clothing, breathable material, but protective material, like the vest. I won't skimp on the vest, not because, well, you think the vest looks cool. No, the vest protects my torso. So, next thing would be drinking lots of water. I mean, that's kind of just a good point in general. Make sure you drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. That's what you do. One of the other things you can do, and I've done this before, I definitely stand by this, is put your helmet in the fridge for a few hours before you go ride. Just put the helmet in the fridge. It'll be a little bit cooler for you for a short period of time. Your missus might get real mad about why your helmet's in the fridge, but be like, look, either I do this or I don't wear a helmet. And I'm sure she would much rather you wear a helmet than have to, you know, than not deal with the helmet in the fridge. My brother actually taught me that trick when he was living in Las Vegas. Nevada, from what I'm told, has a helmet law, so of course, you know, he had to wear a helmet, and he used to tell me, he's like, yeah, I put my helmet in the freezer before I'd ride to work. I thought that was funny. Alright, I just realized I'm kind of speeding. Make sure the vents in your helmet are open. Like, I'm opening my visor here. I don't have the best helmet in the world, but I mean, it does the trick. It's got a Z on the forehead. I think that's a name brand. I can't remember. I got it from a family member. Just got to get to Marshall's, and we're going to hop on a highway here. And I got a water bottle in my saddlebag. Let's just get through that light. Oh, whoa. This road sucks. Get tested, COVID-19. I actually just did. I came into contact with an individual who tested positive for COVID-19, so naturally I had to go get tested. Still waiting on what they say, but fingers crossed. This stuff's kind of scary. The world's a scary place. I mean, owning a motorcycle is kind of the definition of social distancing. Oh. So yeah, loose clothing, breathable helmets, breathable outerwear. You know, obviously this also protects me from sunburn, but it's breathable so the air can move through it and allow for sweat wicking, whatever that means. I've heard that a lot with military clothing. Sweat wicking. Helmet in the freezer. Also ride at night. I've been doing that a little bit more often. Like when I do ride, I just go after dark because it is unbearable. So when you do all these things, one of two things is going to happen. Either A, it's going to work, and everything will be hunky-dory. But the far more likely option is that it's not going to work. So then, you just suck it up, get on the highway, and see how much cooler you can make yourself. Not much. I feel like I'm driving into a blow dryer. Thanks, New Mexico. You know the difference between New Mexico and Old Mexico? Nothing. You can just drink the water here. Like, that's it. It's just like Old Mexico, except you can drink the water. I don't know who in their right mind was cruising across those mountains on horseback hundreds of years ago and was like, you know what? Look at that valley. I think we'll stay there. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, screw that guy. This area of the world feels like Kuwait with no humidity. You know, the missus was like, can't you wait till it's a little bit cooler? And I said, yes, I could. But this is a learning opportunity for the people, the very few of you, I think I'm like a 400 or something, that watch my moto vlog. And you know what? The people who watch my moto vlog, you're the real MVPs. You know why you're the real MVPs? Because I'm not funny here. I'm not controversial. I'm not lane splitting. I'm not mirror smashing. I had one outburst, and that's what brought most of you here. I'm also inconsistent. So, you the real MVPs. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. It's hot as balls. I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm gonna have to put in a man pond here soon. I got some freaking taint sweat that's out of this world. That is a hearse. You know, becoming a hearse driver is actually one of the harder jobs to get into in the world. And the reason for that is people are dying to get into those things. Oh man, it still is sad though. It's somebody's probably in there, and people cared about it. So yeah, once all that fails to happen, you just kind of cry, but you don't want to cry too much because that'll dehydrate you further. So you just kind of like, this is my life now. Perma sweat, perma heat, perma dust. You know, people are like, oh, you know, there's like 11 months of riding weather in the state of New Mexico. That is an incorrect statement. There is like 4. The rest of them, it is way too hot, and then, you know, after that, it's way too cold. There's like 4 months of riding weather in the state of New Mexico. It's just so unbearably freaking hot. Yep. There's a song by Upchurch and Denim Jones, because it's called The Oven. And the whole time they're like, throw it in the oven. Apparently they threw it down here with me. I'm still looking for whatever it is. But, yep, it is warm. So there is some safety concerns, obviously, when you're riding in weather like this. First is, of course, heat exhaustion. You know, periodically it's good to find an area to just stop and relax. I mean, even shade takes a little bit of the edge off. You know, you don't want to overheat too much. If you're sweating and it just sucks, that's a good sign. But when you stop sweating, that's when things are getting bad. That's when you definitely need to pull over. Also, you know, when you sweat out a lot and you become dehydrated, your blood's a little thicker. So for like me, if I'm sitting here talking all this much and I start to feel dizzy, it's because I'm dehydrated and my blood is thickening up. And that means I'll get lightheaded. And of course, the next phase after becoming lightheaded is losing consciousness. And that's of course something you want to avoid, because losing consciousness in a car is significantly more survivable than losing consciousness on a motorcycle. Ah, shoot. Forgot to tighten my chin strap. What if I could do it with gloves on and only 1 foot on the ground? Boom, nailed it before the light turned green. That's skill, you can't teach that. I'm grabbing the lane, bro. Can't even see the tires on the ground of the vehicle behind me. That means you're too damn close, bro. See, like, why is there so much of a gap between the front 2 cars? It's because somebody ain't paying attention. Like, this is the amicable gap you should have between the vehicle in front of you. Can't fit a car in there. We both rounded the corner. The lady behind me couldn't do the same. All right. All right. Let's cool me and this bike off. The shade was so wonderful. I would like if all of New Mexico's roads were underground. Yep, all of it needs to be tunnels. Why does anyone live on the surface here? I'm doing 75 into 65 and that's what's happening. That's the thing about New Mexico. You hop on some roads and you're doing 10 over and it's not fast enough. You hop on other roads and people in the fast lane are doing 10 under and people in the slow lane are doing 15 under. Like, New Mexico has to get their shit together. Some of y'all may talk shit because I merge like I'm coming out of pit road, but that aggressive merge is a good thing. I find my spot and I take my spot. When you merge at like 45 miles an hour like everybody else here in New Mexico, it's just, you're a road hazard. It's dangerous for the rider, it's dangerous for people on the highway, it's dangerous for everybody. You know? No self-respecting, intelligent person wants to kill a motorcycle rider. So, merge aggressively, let them know you're there. You know, not stupid aggressive, like don't come off the on-ramp doing a, you know, a $130, but doing 5 over is pretty good because most people on the highway are doing about 5 over. Yeah, looks like we got a whole big storm system coming in. Maybe one of these days I'll show you guys how to ride in the rain. You know how you ride in the rain? It's actually, it'll be a very short video. It'll be about 30 seconds of me just cursing non-stop. It'd just be that sound that I have, just a beep. Oh, we're almost gonna hit the speed. Oh, I guess that Camry doesn't come with turn signals. I guess they didn't come on that model. Which is interesting considering that this bike is older than your Camry and it has turn signals. Looks like Honda's just way out in front of Toyota. Yeah, right around this time, once you're drenched in sweat underneath, you kind of start questioning every decision you've made to get you to this point. Like, why did I have to ride the motorcycle today? Why did I have to go get this water bottle? You know, why was this a necessity? But then as soon as I park and I get inside and I cool off, I'll be like, oh, it was fun, I wanted to do that again. Because I'm an idiot. It's so hot. I feel like my eyeballs are sweating. I know there's another set of balls that are sweating, but my eyeballs, do they have sweat glands? Is that possible? If I get pulled over near the house, I'm going to jail, I promise you. Because I'm not gonna stop. I need to get home and cool off. This sucks so bad. The things I do for my viewers. Well, as always, folks, getting close to the casa. So keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up. This is your friendly neighborhood military rider signing off. Peace.
And that's a first class ticket to a lonely grave where the sins of my past are calling my name. And I'll have to answer to every damn one.